Post-secondary education is fundamental to growing the regional economy, and the graduates we produce are an important input into economic growth. Knowledge-based sectors have played a growing role in Thunder Bay District's economy, rising over the last decade to now account for nearly 1/5 of employment. You might recall from that stat, the forest sector at its peak was probably employing about 18 to 20% of the labor force also. Attracting graduates from other regions, as well as retaining the supply of graduates produced within our region, is crucial to augmenting the supply of skilled workers. More specifically, the retention of highly qualified personnel, or HQP, individuals defined as those with university degrees at the bachelor's level or higher, has been deemed especially crucial to fostering knowledge creation and knowledge economy jobs. Graduate retention is the process of increasing the overall supply of post-secondary graduates, and particularly the highly qualified personnel that are, and they're high quality also, of course, the highly qualified personnel that are an important human capital input to economic development and the growth of the knowledge economy. Post-secondary institutions are the key source of fresh HQPs, and while all fields are important to fostering HQPs, most recently the strategic fields people are concerned with are represented mainly in science and health, math and engineering, finance, business, and economics. In the information age, the competition between national economies will increasingly focus on producing, attracting, and retaining graduates in these crucial areas of knowledge economy. Knowing what we can do to foster graduate retention by determining the factors influencing decisions to stay within the region versus leaving after graduation is important for the economic future of the knowledge economy in this region. The competitiveness of our region depends on the ability to retain and attract graduates who can bring innovative ideas that will encourage economic growth. The empirical evidence suggests that while there has been an increase in the output of post-secondary graduates in Thunder Bay and Northwestern Ontario, the labor force still has lower shares of these graduates than Ontario as a whole. This implies that there has not been as much retention of post-secondary graduates relative to the rest of the province. The issue of graduate retention and the international war for talent is complex, as there are both demand and supply factors involved. There is an absence of detailed information on the specific amount of graduate retention in the region, as well as the way graduates and employers make their decisions. While the availability of jobs is an important factor in the choice of graduates to remain within a region, the number of graduates produced by the region is also a factor. There are, as I said, demand and supply side factors. However, while employment availability is a necessary condition, it is not enough, as the attitudes of graduates, availability of information about opportunities, and owner-manager perceptions of graduates and their education are also factors. International evidence suggests that along with the attitudes of recent graduates towards the region and its opportunities, there's also the attitude and perception of employers towards what they believe graduates can do for them. As well, experience in other parts of Canada suggests that incentive programs are invariably part of the picture, or can be part of the picture, when it comes to graduate retention. So in order to further the process of developing strategies in regional graduate retention and recruitment, a number of recommendations are made, and there are 6 of them. The first is to develop an alumni survey to obtain information on career paths and regional graduate retention. To a large extent, this is already done by the post-secondary institutions on their own, but what this is suggesting is to build on that. Partnership should be developed between the North Superior Workforce Planning Board and the region's post-secondary institutions to further develop and expand a comprehensive sample of alumni to determine career paths over the last 30 years. One of the crucial issues in doing this study was how little information there actually was on what's happened to graduates once they've come out and where they've gone. I mean, there are a lot of sort of surveys done at different points in time, but nothing has been done in a sense to systematically gather the data. So this would provide a detailed retrospective on past output of graduates, their fields of study and their retention, as well as whatever motivation they might have had for their location decisions. Coupled with this is the second recommendation is to establish a longitudinal graduate tracking database. So the first recommendation deals with the past, in a sense, to go back and see what's been done. But in order to deal with labor force supply issues in the future, the suggestion is to basically set up a longitudinal database where you will pick a number of graduating classes and essentially track them, almost like tracking moose, I suppose, as they go out into the forest. But once they've graduated, to follow them along in their career for a 5, 10, or 15-year period to see where they've gone, what jobs that they've found, etc.